What's going on, guys? Tony Maritato here, licensed physical therapist, and in this video I'm going to review the ComforTrac Lumbar Traction unit for home use. Now, ComforTrac has been nice enough to send me their newest version of the lumbar traction unit. I originally purchased the old version of the lumbar unit probably a decade ago. I've used it in the clinic. I've been referring patients to purchase it for over a decade. And they were kind enough to reach out and say, hey, we've got a new model out. We want you to check it out. So we're going to review the new version of the ComforTrac lumbar unit. Let's take a look. So obviously it comes in a great little carrying case. But for most of you, if you're using this at home, you're just going to have it set up somewhere, probably slide it under the bed. I can tell you, I've been using it in the clinic now for about 6 months. And probably the number one feature that stands out the most is the build quality. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a light unit. This is a solid unit. It's got some weight to it. It's not something you're going to be carrying around a lot, but I will sacrifice a couple extra pounds in weight because it makes up for it in quality. Like, this is a solid unit. The hydraulic system, the backboard, everything in this, the metal aluminum frame, it's just solid. And of course, anytime you're gonna spend money on a home unit, the concern is always, how long is it gonna last? How many uses am I gonna get out of it? And I can tell you, we've been using this in the clinic for 6 months. I've sent it home with patients to use at home, and we've never had a problem with it so far. So let's take a look at some of the basic features, how lumbar traction works, what lumbar traction does, what it doesn't do, and then we'll actually get on the floor and we'll use the device. I'll show you how I set it up if I was going to use it. But essentially what happens here, we have the individual, there's a label here where it says upper and lower. So the person's going to be laying their head up here, their feet down here, face up. This is going to go over the abdomen, torso. This is going to go over the hips and the pelvis. And what we've got is we've got our pump. There's a little gauge on the pump to show you how much pressure. But I want to talk about that because there's a misconception about what lumbar traction actually does. In my world as a physical therapist, I'm not trying to overcome muscle guarding, muscle tightness. I'm not trying to rip the person in half. What I'm trying to do is provide a gentle traction motion. Now, there are lots of ways to accomplish that, both positionally, laying in different positions, attaining different postures. This just gives me another tool in the toolbox that allows me to do it differently. I always say I could hammer in a nail by smashing it with a rock, or I could use a hammer, or better yet, I can use a nail gun. This is like the nail gun. It just makes things a little easier, gives me some objective measures with the dial and the gauge so I can see exactly how much pressure I'm applying. And the whole goal here is gentle pressure. If I can get the body to relax, if I can get the muscles around the spine to relax, I will produce more distraction, more space between the vertebral bodies than if I try to overcome and really stretch the body apart. We know from clinical research that if we pull on the spine, the paraspinal muscles will just tighten. So we call this the Goldilocks effect. Too little doesn't do anything. Too much has the opposite effect. It's harmful. We want to find just right. And so as I pump the device, whether I pull out or I push in, you can see how the lower segment will start to slide away from the upper segment. The upper segment stays stationary. This is simply providing that traction force to the lower portion of the body. So guys, other little kind of pieces of this. So we have these clips. Here is where the first time you use it, you'll set this and adjust it to your body size. And then for subsequent uses, these little devices just clip right in. All right, so the best way to really check out the device is to put it to use. So in the next segment of this video, we'll get this on the ground. I'm gonna get on it and we'll talk about how I set it up for practical use, for real life application. I'll see you on the next part.